As Primetime continues to make splashes across the college football landscape, we're starting to see the ripple effect as the four-star running back from Derby, Kansas, Dylan Edwards, has decommitted from Notre Dame, and now his commitment is tossed up to December 21st, but I don't think it's a secret that this kid is going to end up at Colorado being a Buffalo. The interesting thing about Dylan Edwards, though, is this is the second time that he is decommitted from a school. The first time was back on July 29th, where he decommitted from Kansas State after getting an offer from Notre Dame on July 27th. He later committed to Notre Dame on August 6th, and to fast forward to December 8th, is decommitting. This is coming off the heels of Deion Sanders not only taking the job at Colorado, but hiring Sean Lewis as their offensive coordinator. If you're unfamiliar with who Sean Lewis is, Sean Lewis was the head coach at Kent State. And remember, Kent State was putting up one of the most prolific offenses for the past 3 years. Go look at the statistics. I'm not lying to you. And when you look at what Sean Lewis is going to be able to bring alongside a star like Deion Sanders, you're going to be able to get offensive players that want to come play for Deion. And you're starting to see that in the transfer portal. Dante Cephas, the wide receiver from Kent State that's in the portal, who Oklahoma has offered and many other people have offered, you're starting to hear a lot of rumblings about Dante Cephas leaning towards the Colorado Buffaloes. And then not to mention, again, we see a four-star running back who has been committed to Notre Dame since August 6th decommit, and with all intentions expected that this kid is going to end up at Colorado. And you have to start asking yourself, if it's happening now, how many more times is this going to happen before National Signing Day? Or how many times is it going to happen on National Signing Day? Because if most of you are familiar with it, remember what Deion Sanders did last year at Jackson State University? He happened to flip the number 1 overall player in the country in Travis Hunter. Now, will Travis Hunter join Deion out in Colorado? That remains in question, and something I think everybody needs to be watching. But in terms of what we're going to see from other recruits, no doubt in my mind, we are going to see recruits decommit or flip on National Signing Day and end up in Colorado, in Boulder, which, mind you, is a beautiful place. They have great football facilities. And playing under a coach like Primetime, the name gives it to you all. He's going to be able to raise your name, image, and likeness, whether that's your focus or not. He's going to be able to raise the way that you are looked at by coaches and scouts across the NFL. And he's going to be able to raise the competitiveness in that locker room. I'm excited to see what they're going to put together. I'm excited to see who else decommits and commits to Colorado. One of the other names that I think we definitely need to be watching when it comes to Colorado is four-star athlete Malachi Coleman. I know that they have done an in-home visit with him today. And Malachi Coleman decommitted from Nebraska after they had an issue at Nebraska with Mickey Joseph. So that's something to potentially keep an eye on because, again, they're going to tremendously overhaul this team, and Colorado could get good really quickly. I get it. Chemistry and things like that play a factor. But still, at the same time, if you put enough of the right talent out there on the field together, they still have an offseason to try to put it together themselves. Now, Colorado is going to have to face an uphill battle with Malachi Coleman, pretty much going up against Nebraska still and Michigan. But I would expect to see Colorado potentially pull up into this race pretty quickly, and we should know a Malachi Nelson announcement pretty quickly. So go ahead, let me know what you guys are thinking down in the comments below. What do you guys think about the class for Colorado? Are you guys excited to see what Deion Sanders and Sean Lewis are going to be able to do together out in Boulder?